Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's I, Sam from Sam's Disney Diary. That is Greg from the Fantasyland News Blog. Thank you so much for joining us. It is May the 1st, 2024. A happy birthday to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Craig, I can't believe how much news is happening right now. We're never going to fit it into an hour, so I'm expecting right now this is an hour and 20 minutes at least.
Yeah, happy anniversary, Hollywood Studios. May 1st, 1989. Today is May 1st, 2024. How have we gone? 35 years, Sam. We have some video we may be showing at the end from opening day. I can't wait to check that out. Smellephants, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, the Tangled Bathroom, Rapunzel has come down from her tower, DVC cabin tours, corn dogs, VIP Passholder days. Oh, Sam, it's going to be a long show. Let's get into it.
Oh, that dude. And I was going to say Figment, but it's not. It's a Stitch magnet. All that and more. Stick around. Just like that, we are back. Wow. Yeah, keep going. Go. So much happening, Greg. We got to jump right in here. Oh, by the way, thanks everybody for joining us. Let us know where you're from. Do us a favor. Share the show. Meredith, great to see you out there. Holly's there as well. I am positive. Thanks for being here.
And thanks everybody for coming over to Fantasyland News on YouTube to watch this, along with at Sam's Disney Diary. This is awesome, man. My first time on YouTube. Normally, I'm on your YouTube.
You know what? I thank you for mentioning that, because we are indeed live on multiple YouTube channels at the same time, Sam's Disney Diary and the Fantasyland News. Also, you'll find us on Facebook. Thanks for being here. Make sure you follow all those channels. Wow, 35, Greg. I see a pretty cool map right there in your hands.
35 years. Happy birthday, Disney's Hollywood Studios. Sam, what were you doing?
You were there this morning?
Yeah. I was there this morning. What were you doing in May 1st, 1989? While I open this up, my friend.
I was not at Hollywood Studios. I was not in Walt Disney World. But that is awesome. I love that there, Greg. Nice. That is awesome. It's a poster inside of the map. One of the coolest things that I have seen in a long time.
Love it.
Let's jump into some of the things that you got. Birthday, you were there. We have an image here from the first day of Disney's MGM Studios at the time. Everybody will remember May the 1st, 1989. Well, maybe everybody doesn't remember, but it used to be Disney's MGM Studios.
It was really absolutely cool. MGM Studios.
It was.
I remember coming here during MGM when it was MGM Studios. I used to come for Star Wars weekends when I used to play at Epcot during May every year.
Yeah.
And during Flower Power, that shows you how long ago that was.
It does. Meredith, to answer your question, anywhere that you are is fine, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook.
We're
as long
fine
as
with
here.
whatever.
Doesn't
We're just
matter
happy that
how
you're here.
That's exactly right. And by the way, Greg, if you were around on April 30th, 1989, and you had tuned into NBC, you might have seen something like this.
Tonight, hundreds of your favorite stars will be at the grandest opening in entertainment history, and you're invited. The Disney MGM Studios theme park grand opening.
And that my
really
friend,
cool.
we're going to look at that a little later. That was the televised special. And in fact, over at samsdisneydiary.com and on YouTube, you will find multiple videos from the opening. This is the Disney produced video from 1989, which is a big commercial versus some of the others. Look behind the scenes. Maybe we'll get to those later. But
Two
this
things on
image,
that, Sam. Two
Yes.
things. So I
Yes.
just watched the Epcot, the making of Epcot on National Geographic 2 nights
That's
ago.
right. Yes.
And
What's it
I
called?
love how when they premiere it, it's like, this is a paid content in association with the Walt Disney Company, which is exactly what NBC did back then. It was
Yes.
this is a paid advertisement to go along with the Walt
This
Disney
is an
Company.
advertisement disguised as some entertainment. That is correct. And
Yeah.
I cut a lot of things out of it. We'll look at that later.
Second thing, I got to bring up a personal thing about MGM and Disney's Hollywood Studios. My
Sure.
wife and I, one of the first major things we bonded over was as children, teenagers, we each individually went to MGM Grand, and we both had the same picture of Waka Waka This Way of Fozzie Bear on top of the telephone pole. And it was like the first thing that we really bonded over was Waka Waka This Way, a picture from MGM, Disney's MGM Studios.
That
And
is cool.
It's just at that point, I was like, this is the woman for me. 20 years
That is
later,
awesome.
and we're still together going to MGM
I-
Studios.
That going to MGM Studios, and you still occasionally hear somebody call it that, but not as often. That's for sure, certain.
Yeah.
I did want to point out an image here, and Disney Parks Blog shared this again this morning, and I've had this for a long time. This is an aerial view of
Hey, that looks familiar.
Disney's. It does. This is a view from the air looking at the center of Hollywood Studios, or MGM at the time, looking down Hollywood Boulevard. And it's a huge hidden Mickey. And Greg, this is what you and I had speculated might be going on over at World Celebration and Communicore Hall / Plaza, maybe, but that was a huge Mickey.
I love the old stage setup when you're coming down Hollywood Boulevard. Like if you turn to a right where Starbucks is, and I guess what's that, Vine? Is it Sunset or Vine? Whatever that road is.
That's Hollywood Boulevard, or it might be,
Yeah. But it's great seeing that little stage over there. I love, like, to me, I think we have solved the Epcot. There is now going to be a hidden Mickey that looks just like this. But
There
this
could
is
be.
the one I envision every time I think of hidden Mickeys. That's the hidden
right.
Mickey in my head.
It is. Echo Lake is one of the ears. They painted part of an ear on one of the buildings that is the Brown Derby. This is such a classic opening day view of MGM Studios. So much missing. Hollywood Boulevard isn't there. Look where the stage show is, which was a Muppets show for a while. Beauty and the
Right.
Beast wasn't even there. It's just amazing some of the things happening.
I saw a picture today of them building that road, and I thought it was great because you could see Theater of the Stars being built at the same time Tower of Terror was being built, and that whole road just being constructed. And
Yeah,
it was just
that was added later.
That's the things I love about these hidden Disney pictures that people have had for years, is
That's
seeing
right.
that. So hidden
I
Mickey,
could talk
there
about
you
this
go.
picture for a long time, but we're going to skip by it. We're going to go
Yeah, we
back
got
and
too
remind
much
everybody.
other things.
This is the picture we just saw. Disney's MGM Studios opening day, May the 1st, 1989. Fast forward 35 years. And this, my friend, is the picture that you took this morning at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Looks a little more crowded than it did that.
Okay, this is also rope drop at 8:55 a.m. this morning,
On
and
May
it gets
1st. All right.
how they do rope drop nowadays makes no sense there, but we're gonna forgive them. It still
Now,
looks
this is not,
like
is this
Disney.
normal, or is this 35th anniversary?
No,
rope
this is
drop?
absolutely. This was actually lighter than normal days. It was actually quiet at Hollywood Studios today.
Which is amazing. Well, and I think most people that are vacationing have no idea that it's May the 1st and they're on their way to whichever attraction they're knocking out first. Slink
So
Dog or
I
Rise of
ran in
Resistance.
there trying to get in there. I was like, I got to get in line because I had a feeling of annual pass holders.
Get in
and a lot
line
of other
for
people.
merch, right?
No,
that was
to
your
get
goal.
in line to get into the Hollywood 35th anniversary celebration at Theater of the Stars.
We'll talk about
So
that in a
I
second.
rope
Yes.
dropped Theater of the Stars. And then I noticed that everybody was kind of veering off to the left. And I'm going, wait a second. These people have no clue what's going on here today, or that it's even the 35th. They were all going to Star Wars.
Yes, or Slink Dog, one of the two.
Yep.
Yeah, and anyone going
it.
to the right was probably going to Tower Terror. Is Rock and
Yep.
Roller Coaster
And
still
so
in
I
the
got to Theater of the Stars #1. I was like, that's weird. That's just
All
weird.
right, so let's talk merch first. Did you hit this merchandise on your way in? First thing?
Way out. I actually had you had to virtual queue it today if you wanted to be in the merch line. So I got called right after Theater of the Stars and was able to go over it and check out some of the merch. New pins, new hats, a new statue that was for sale. I really like that. The pin is great. The hat, it was really nice. And then they had more.
Let me ask you a couple questions. Where was the merchandise? Was it in a single location?
It was the name of the store is gonna
to the merch.
It's a store that hasn't been opened very often. It's the one, what was it, Muppets Courtyard? Is that the one?
The one in Muppets Courtyard, the store that used to be the Muppet store.
Yeah,
that was Muppets and Art of Disney. So you were in there back by where Santa Claus was, back by Mama Melrose is where you're talking. I have a question for you, and I hope that you looked up while you were in that store. Is the Electric Mayhem still in there? Oh, come on, Greg, you're letting me down.
You're not the only person I let down today on the Muppets. I went to go over and get the handprints of the Muppets. Totally forgot them.
It's
I let Rory down.
The store Meredith is correcting you.
Yeah,
it will be open Saturday too, which is awesome. I want to know if the Electric Mayhem is still in there, because that Muppet store was awesome for the longest time. Did not reopen after COVID. Disappointing for sure, but hopefully something is coming. That used to be the Vinylmation trading spot, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Keep going. T-shirts, my friend.
T-shirts, 35th anniversary. This was the Passholder T-shirt. It did have Passholder written on the sleeve. Nothing like how the older one looks, and I do believe you have that.
I have a version of this from last year, or from 5 years ago. This is the T-shirt with the tag still on it, by the way, because I've never worn it.
Still tag.
The 2019.
And I love that because the Passholder is in the film strip. Like, they really show that it is a Passholder exclusive shirt.
Right. So
yeah, it was that. There was a Loungefly available. There was a few other things. There was a tumbler that was available. Some stuff was really good. Some stuff is just merch.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Now, the map that you showed us earlier, super cool, by the way. And on it, it indicated that there was something happening at 11 a.m. at the Theater of the Stars. That's where the Beauty and the Beast stage show is.
Yes.
Love that. Anniversary maps. Any buttons or pins that they were giving out when you walked in?
No.
They've done the pins for a while.
They've stopped doing the special pins and stuff like that.
So I want to back up a second. Last week, we talked about Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
You got a special map at Animal Kingdom also. Any pins at Animal Kingdom for the 25th last year?
No. Oh, 25th? Okay. Yes, 25th. There absolutely was.
What did Animal Kingdom celebrate last week?
26th.
26th. It's not one of those big round numbers.
No.
All right, so let's head into that 11 o'clock thing that you experienced over at the Theater in the Stars, right?
Theater
no, the Hollywood Hills it's the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater. No, that's Fantasmic.
No, it's Theater of the Stars.
Okay, Theater of the Stars.
Yes.
35th
it's
anniversary.
Where Beauty and the Beast live on stage happens every day, starting at 10:30.
Every day, multiple times a day. One of the longest running shows anywhere.
What I loved about this, and I think you're the first person who pointed this out when I sent you the picture.
As soon as you texted me this picture, yes.
Yeah. You were like, wait a second, that looks like Jollywood Nights. And it did look just like Jollywood Nights.
My text back to you, Muppets with a question mark. And lo and behold, boom, Kermit and Miss Piggy were both there hosting this celebration. So cool. Tell me a little bit about it.
I happened to be next to a friend of mine, these two kids, and I looked at them. I was like, if the Muppets pop out, I may lose my stuff. And as soon as they started off, like, hi-ho, Kermit the Frog. And they started with the Muppets theme song, and it was just like, it's the Muppets
theme. That's awesome.
Boosh! The head exploded, and Kermit and Miss Piggy were the hosts for this 35th anniversary celebration. Kermit was absolutely Kermit the Frog, and Miss Piggy lived up to her name. She was Miss Piggy. She did all the jokes. It was about her. She can't understand why the icon is not named. She's not the icon of Hollywood Studios instead of Tower of Terror. The jokes were flying. She ended up bringing out one of the new ambassadors, the new Disney World ambassador. One of them,
Right.
there's two of them, who did a presentation, and then they brought out. And I'm all of a sudden her name just escaped me.
One of the Disney World ambassadors.
She is the vice president of of Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
And she came out and gave a beautiful, beautiful speech. All the people you see lined up in front of that stage facing us, well, they're all looking back because Mickey's there and Mickey's the boss, and we all look at the boss.
Yeah, we all look back at the boss.
Every single one of those are cast members who have been working at Hollywood Studios since May 1st, 1989. They are all 35-year cast members or more, but they've been at Hollywood Studios for 35 years. You can see the one guy from Tower of Terror who everybody has kind of made insta-famous.
Yes.
A lot of friends of ours that we have met at many different media events were out there. So this,
you know what I see the waitress from the 50s primetime that pops out at me like, that's pretty cool. She's got her uniform on. That's awesome.
Right. And so these people and that's what this turned into. This turned into a celebration of cast members, which is what Walt Disney does best. They know how to make their employees and their cast members feel special because they are special. And there you go. There is every single one of the cast members that have been there since day one, including Mickey Mouse himself.
Including Mickey, the Sorcerer Mickey, which is even better because that says Fantasmic all over it. I absolutely love this. So cool. Awesome that you were there. And by the way, that full performance will become video material that you're going to find over at the Fantasyland News on YouTube. And
it's already up.
Pieces of it. It's already there. Probably pieces of it at Sam's Disney Diary as well.
Sam has TJ, free reign to use whatever he wants of mine.
It's TJ. That's the
it.
name.
Hollywood.
Always. Yep. Absolutely perfect. All right. So we'll get back to Hollywood Studios, but there's so much other news going on. Let's jump in and head around the park because last week we talked about Magic Kingdom and some of the Smellephants. They have appeared between.
They certainly have appeared. We have been we've been on for Pink Elephants on Parade for a long time. I've been waiting. I've been writing about this since last summer. So have you, but it's like every few months I would do an article. Yeah, I would do an article going, where's the Smellephants? Guess what? We have Smellephants now. There is 7 of the 8 are up. I was over there the other day, and Disney was filming a commercial for it already, with having 7 of the 8 up. The first one you saw was Candy Apple.
Candy Apple. Okay, so let me ask you a question here now. This is sponsored by Scentsy, so of course there are scents associated with these. Yes. How strong are the scents? Do you need to get close to it? You were comparing it to the.
So we don't know yet. To be quite honest, there is no sense.
Okay.
We're going
There's no
off
sense
of what,
in the Smellephants.
Well, it's not open yet. I think they're going to give you a scratch and sniff type thing from the 80s where you scratch.
That's right. And
unless they're smart and they do it like they do over at Epcot and have that box that wafts the smells out towards you, or
which
both.
Is exactly what happens in the fragrance garden. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we had the first one here is
caramel apple.
And by the way, these are all over Storybook Circus or just around Dumbo, or where are they?
And I feel like this is all Storybook Circus, and it is all over Storybook Circus. So this is in front of Storybook Treats. And then you could see there is churro up at the top left. Churro.
That's a churro. I just thought it was a striped shirt. Now I understand.
No, that's a churro, my friend. And we are going to call him Joe. We're giving these guys names.
Oh, okay.
That's what we
wonder
need
if there'll be trading cards for these guys. That would be really cool. It'd smell.
Holy swear, if that happens, I'm walking away from you because then you're Nostradamus all of a sudden. We have Snow Cone, which is your top right one.
Snow Cone looks to be a rainbow of sorts, but he does have that snow coney type texture, it looks like.
Yep.
Okay.
Hot dog guy.
Yeah, that just looks like a shirt that somebody wasn't somebody needed a bib when they were eating the hot dog.
It's an elephant. Are they supposed to be perfectly clean?
No.
You've been
It
at
does.
Disney.
It looks like.
Have you never spilled ketchup and mustard down your shirt?
Oh, all the time, and it becomes a design on the shirt. But that's what I'm
Right.
thinking. If you had a shirt that had sort of the zigzag stripe, one of them yellow and one of them red, you have a hot dog shirt. I like it.
My problem though is he looks like he's got no shirt and just poured it over his stomach.
It kind of does.
We're moving on.
All right, moving on.
And then Cotton Candy is down at the bottom right. I love Cotton Candy, trumpet playing guy. Miles Davis. He's the Miles Davis of Smellephants. He just looks awesome playing his trunk like that. He really, it's adorable. And that's all I can say about all of these. Popcorn is the first one that we saw. And then this is either Arnold Palmer, citrus, or lemonade.
It is definitely
and an Arnold Palmer
slices
is
of lemon,
and iced tea.
Right. So it's definitely slices of something with some ice cubes, and it looked like it does change color. So it could be iced tea on the bottom, lemonade on top. I get that. One thing I noticed in this picture, Greg, is the sign for Dumbo the Flying Elephant says presented by Sensi.
Yes.
Are they now sponsoring
the
entire area of Storybook Circus?
I think they are. I think that's the deal. And so from what I know is the deal is for 3 years, and it's almost been a full year already. So they really only have 2 more years of presenting things. We do know it's going to be open by the end of the month. That's what Disney had put out. We have
by the end of
30
May.
days.
Okay.
Yes. We do know that Sensi is having their annual meeting here in Orlando in the middle of July, so it's got to be open well before then. I have a feeling we could see this open by the end of this week.
Got it. I would not be surprised. And you mentioned that last week. It makes complete sense.
Yeah.
If the company Sensi has their annual sales meeting at Walt Disney World, they announced it, and before the next year, they'll have probably a private party somewhere inside of Storybook Circus with all of their reps taking pictures with elephants.
I can't wait to walk around. To me, that's the perfect thing. You're in the circus. It should smell. You should have the smells.
Well, I don't like all the smells of the circus.
No. You don't need the elephant smells.
I get it. Well, they don't come with them anymore. And Meredith, I hope that there's a pink one, the last one, but I doubt it's going to be champagne. It seems to be it would be cool, though.
Turkey leg.
All right. Lots of news. Turkey leg, elephant leg. No, never mind.
Randomly.
Moving on, more at Magic Kingdom. You were over at Tiana's with lots of interesting things happening there as they're putting the final details on what we hope is going to open within a month.
So we have covered Communicore Hall. We have covered all the other stuff going on at all the other parks. Magic Kingdom is back where we're at all the time now because Tiana's Bayou Adventure is changing daily. Smellephants daily. Tiana's Bayou Adventure daily. They've reopened the right-hand side of Frontierland Railroad Station. So those stairs are brand new, reinstalled. You can go up and down the right-hand side, and then the left-hand side is now the exit again.
Okay.
Figure.
So back to where we started.
They were working on the new Lightning Lane and regular queue signage the other day. So they had that kind of lifted up, and we're doing some electronic work under there.
Okay.
They put in that new door. I don't know. It's going to be either a lightning lane or a regular queue entrance. We just don't know.
This wasn't there previously, and
it's been painted over a little bit, and you can see some new theming is going on in the whole area.
Yeah. Speaking of theming, let's get back to the water tower, which has been there a while because you noticed some new things added to the water tower, right?
Yeah, the water tower looks brilliant, especially when that morning sun glints right off of it. Looks so good. Now, on the backside, what we're starting to see is a lot of the theming be installed. Never, ever lose sight of what's really important is just one of the many signs that is now written out.
If I remember the positioning of this, this may be part of the show scenes because you're going to see this when you're on the log flume on that second level coming around.
On the second level coming around that turn.
Yeah,
100%.
You're going to look right at this.
Yep.
So
I'm actually trying to pull up because I put this out the other day. Here we go. I actually have on the next picture.
Next picture is inside of the windows.
This is for Critter Corner. Critter Co-op.
Critter Co-op. So these are the windows that the displays in the windows. We have things in them now.
Yes, there's a whole lot more in there. So they've added a lot more agriculture. I hope that they start selling these Tiana hot sauces. So this is
Tiana hot
Tiana's.
sauces.
She
I
has
love
bottled
it.
these hot sauces. There's pepper hot sauce. There's a garlic pepper hot sauce, a regular original hot sauce, and then a chili hot sauce. I need to
I
buy.
love it.
Maybe
The colors. I love it.
out of them also.
I love it. And look, that great. What's the one on the left? Is that not? It does say hot sauce. I'm thinking it was a sweet sauce because it's sweet peppers on it.
No,
but
it's
it says
hot sauce.
So, okay.
That letter right there that you see is actually it says, "Dear Lewis and friends, I hope you enjoy these ingredients and that you will always remember what good food does best. It brings folks together. All my love, Tiana."
I love it. So we have onions, we have peppers, we have celery, we have asparagus.
There's peanuts, there is apples,
I see oranges and maybe those are those green beans down there. There's
also
all the hot
okra
sauces
is down there, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that again. What does Disney do best? It's the little theming. If I don't think we have a picture today, but if you go over to the other picture where there's a workshop and there's now gloves and glasses over there in that workshop,
right?
And the gloves obviously fit a little critter, so it's like
I love
three with little pointies tips on them. It's just Walt Disney Imagineering at its finest. We love it.
I absolutely love it. Sicklet, what's up?
Yeah.
And moving on, Magic Kingdom. More stuff to Magic Kingdom. So Rapunzel apparently got down out of the tower with some paintbrushes and refurbished some of the murals that are around the restroom area.
Hey, Sam, what's the weirdest thing you've ever rope dropped in your life?
The weirdest thing I've ever rope dropped in my life.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know that I'd consider anything weird, but I think you're about to give me one that I would say is super weird.
I just rope dropped a bathroom the other day. No kidding. Literally rope dropped the tangled bathroom.
I've never rope dropped a bathroom because there's one on the outside of the rope that could be used before you go in.
Not even did I need the bathroom, but I had to. And now here's the other thing, Sam. I'm going to be a little weird. There's nothing creepier than a grown man taking pictures outside of the ladies' restroom, trying to get
This
pictures.
is the ladies' restroom. That's where Tiana had put this mural. And by the way, was this behind walls at all for a little bit?
No, this was done overnight.
That's pretty impressive because that's a lot of work that went into that.
Yeah, so you have pictures from years ago.
I do. The picture on the left-hand side is from a long time ago. In fact, COVID time, because if you look down on the ground, you could see these distance markers on the ground. And the two on the right-hand side are what you took earlier this week. It wasn't today. Earlier this week.
No, it was 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, the days blend, Sam. So she obviously, Rapunzel, has come down out of her tower. She has repainted the sunflower. It's this sun drop flower, I believe, and some of the sun scenes. And so yeah, it's just more cleaning up stuff, fixing up stuff, making it back. Every time you go in there, you want to see everything fresh. You want to look at it new.
Yes. You want it to look like it was painted last night. And in this case, it was.
Nothing for nothing. Starting June 9th, 10th, the Magic Kingdom is going to be under the spotlight by the world's media coming down to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So you want to make sure that everything is up to spec and looks beautiful again.
Before we move on, there's one other thing that is changing on a daily basis at the Magic Kingdom that we're not seeing, and that is the Country Bears. Anything new over in that area? Do you think it's going to possibly be part of this thing happening in early June? Any bets?
The sign is down, so we don't know. No, I don't think it's going to be that quick because they're putting in some new animatronics and making them all work. I don't think it's that quickly. You know what was great though? I two things. Watching the Country Bears themselves walk around the Frontierland is brilliant. I watched Wendell stage dive off the stage in Frontierland the other day to a crowd of none. He just dove off the stage. And I'm like, I have the pictures of just him.
Was he diving off the stage or was he pulling a figment?
Dove off the stage.
He wasn't pulling a figment and falling, was he?
No, he dove.
Okay.
And then Shaker was out, and he walks up to Country Bears, and he's just forlornly staring into a blank wall of a closed Country Bear, just sad. And I felt bad
Ah,
for this bear, and I'm just like, why do I have an affinity with these Country Bears? I don't understand
I
it, but
don't understand.
I wanted to go up and gave him a hug, and I did.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to move on because we're going to move on to some concept art that we've seen recently. This is the
Yeah.
Fort Wilderness DVC cabins, concept art from the outside and some concept art of the inside. But you, my friend, got to visit one of these cabins and took some pictures inside of it. So this is not concept art. This is from the cell phone of one Greg. Tell
Yeah,
me about this.
I want to say, first off, thanks to Denise and Jeff at Mouse Steps. They had
of
sent
course.
me over. They were flying back from Disneyland and needed somebody to cover this. And then they said, hey, you can use everything you take. Go for it. And so I want to thank Jeff and Denise at Mouse Steps
Of course.
for sending me over. Great people. We all love Jeff and Denise. So
That's right.
this is the new DVC, Disney Vacation Club cabins at Fort Wilderness. Now, mind you, Sam, I am trying to get these images with 4 other media people and 10 Disney cast members around me.
Of
So
course. Yes.
trying
So
to
they're
get
not, yeah,
pictures without other people in it were a little difficult.
I understand.
But so these new DVC cabins take up the same exact footprint as the old DVC, as the old cabins at Fort Wilderness,
And
right?
there are 350 of them. Is that right?
They're going to be, yes. They are.
They're going
Every
to be,
cabin
okay.
will now be a DVC cabin. Fort
Okay.
Wilderness is basically going DVC, except if you own a camper or you want a tent camp.
Okay.
They hold 6 people. They'll be
Okay.
available July 1st, 2024, starting at 15 points per stay. So
Okay.
this is if you're a DVC member, it's actually a really cool place. They take up the same footprint. The only major difference in the footprint is how high the ceilings are. So it gives you this feeling that they are larger and bigger than they actually
Of
are.
course.
And
Sure.
it's the space is needed character-wise. You're not going to see Humphrey. You're not going to see the Ranger. What you are going to see is a whole lot of Mickey Mouse and Chip and Dale.
Chippendale,
You
baby.
will see a little bit of Goofy and a little bit of Donald Duck, but this is really Chip and Dale. When you think of Fort Wilderness, you think of Chip and Dale. You have Chip and Dale's Archer. You have Chip and Dale's campfire sing
The
along.
campfire, the sing-along campfire. Yeah.
Right. So Chip and Dale are taking over Fort Wilderness, including the new DVC cabins. You will find them all throughout there. What's nice here is the nods to Mickey's trailer. I believe it was 1940, 1941.
Yeah. One of the shorts right there in
Yes.
the bottom left corner. Yes.
So that's what the artwork is for. The bunk beds look great because if kids are sleeping in there, there's little shout outs to like November. There's a calendar that Chip is sleeping under, and
That's
it says
great.
November 19th, which is the day that Fort Wilderness opened, was on November 19th. You'll
About a
see the
month after Walt
barnyard
Disney
owl
World. Yes.
from
I
the Disney short, the Silly Symphony. In one of them, you see Donald's feet sticking out from a tent. It's just little nods like that are throughout there. If you look at on the bottom right hand side, you will see that collage of many different pictures. There's nods to River Country. There's nods to
I
Fort
see that.
Wilderness. Like there's
I see
nods to
that.
Wilderness Lodge. There's nods to the history of Disney World and camping and stuff. There's even a little train that you can see.
That
What you won't
I love
see-
that. Wow.
What you won't see, though, is you will not see hidden Mickeys. There is very, very few. They were very deliberate in not putting hidden Mickeys in the DVC resort.
In this DVC resort, because
Correct.
that's not true of others. There
No,
is
in the newer
everywhere
one.
in others.
Because apparently that may be the case over the new Polynesian resort, too.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So
So they're going
I'll
more
also say that,
character, main character that you can see instead of hidden stuff.
and I love the Chippendale above the headboard there with the acorns
Yep.
in the middle. I think that is wonderful. Love it.
There's
Great stuff.
I don't think I put it in here. One of the greatest things was Chip and Dale leave their clothes on the line, but it's not just Chip and Dale, it's Rescue Rangers Chip and Dale.
Oh, that is
I was
cool.
like, that's so smart. Good job.
That is cool. I love
And
that.
she was talking to me all about how the colors are going to make you feel like you're glamping, and I was just like tuned out into left field as soon as she started going there. I was just like,
It's
just show
Rescue
me Chip
Rangers.
and
What?
Dale.
That's awesome. All right, let's head over to Disney's Boardwalk for a
Yeah.
picture that you have been sharing again and again and again. That's been the same, but now all of a sudden it's not the same. We have blue ribbon corn dogs. The signage is in place.
I love blue ribbon corn dog. I love you guys. In case you ever watch this, I love you.
That's right. Yep.
And I always put up, they always respond to my post when I put them up on Instagram. I don't know why they respond to me, but they do. I love them for that. No, blue ribbon corn dog, it could open anytime now. You can see that they've done the painting, all that stuff where you see lemonade, cotton candy, lemonade. That's all hand painted. I watched the guy sitting there hand painting every single letter the other day.
Okay.
Signage is up. What you can't really see is because it's too dark is there's the jalapeno hot dog is down there. All that is all listed and labeled. The indoor, the pickup door, the ordering window, all of those are all labeled. The only thing left to do is open it and sell me a pickled corn dog.
There you go. All right. So I am sure that you will have a report from us when that happens.
I'm checking. You have no clue, man. I'm like, tomorrow I'm going over to the Passholder Lounge and I'm going to Blue Ribbon just to check it out.
All right, let's get to that because that's at Epcot. So over at Epcot, there are a couple of things that happened. One is the brand new annual Passholder magnet. I alluded to that earlier. Oh, and somebody has one right there.
Yep.
Look at that.
There it is. There's the one for the picture. There it is. Why does Stitch look like? Okay, do you have Buc-ee's up there? The gas station?
We do not, but I am very, very familiar with.
Okay.
But Stitch does look a little.
He looks a little Buc-ee-ish, doesn't he, with his teeth?
He does, and he looks like it's that new animation style that Mickey has.
It is.
Okay.
And it's
all right.
And the colors. Ugh.
Also at
there
Epcot,
it is.
There it is. Yeah. Also at Epcot, there is a brand new pass holder. Tell me a little about this.
Yeah, VIP pass holder lounge. This is in Restaurant Marrakesh. Few things to know if you're a annual pass holder. When you go over there, there's two lines. There is the line to put your name onto the queue for them to call you back to let you know that you can get in line to go inside the annual pass holder lounge.
I've lost my audio, Greg. I'm working on it. I can't hear you.
I hear.
Gosh darn it.
Oh, maybe you can't hear me. I can hear you. You're good. Oh, hopefully other people can hear me. I don't know. Maybe Holly will let me know if she can hear me. Holly, can you still hear me? I'll just keep talking.
Keep talking, Greg. I'm trying.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. We're going to try and do sign language.
Hold on 1 minute. I'm trying. Yeah, keep doing that. Technical difficulties.
There you go.
You guys can hear me, but I can't hear you. That's my problem.
That's weird.
I cannot hear Greg.
You don't need to hear me. You know what? We're just going to mute him. I'm just going to. Anyway.
I'm going to stop.
VIP pass holders. The real cool thing about being over there is there's a character meet and greet. This is the first time they're doing character meet and greets because it's in Restaurant Marrakesh. Today was Aladdin. I'm sorry, Genie from Aladdin, not Aladdin from Aladdin. Genie from Aladdin. I love that I can just talk. I literally could start rambling right now, and this man would have no clue what I was going to say. And he normally keeps me from going like off the deep end. Anyway, you can meet Genie from Aladdin. We don't know. I think you're going to see the rest of the characters. I would imagine Jasmine's meet and greet is right out there, so you may get to meet her. You may get to meet Aladdin. And what is it? Abu, the monkey. Whatever is monkeying around. We'll get to meet him. Let's see. Sam, what else was there? I don't know. Go to the next picture.
Sorry, Greg, I'm trying.
You're good. Go to the next picture.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I still can't hear you, but we're going to keep going because I am going to
Abu. Thank you, everybody. Abu is from The Simpsons. Abu is the monkey.
Go into presentation mode. You talked about the DVC lounge, I'm assuming. I figured as much, so we don't have to share that. But what I'm going to do while I figure out my audio,
learning sign language
is
through StreamYard.
Oh, nope. I can't do that. Isn't this awesome that it's live?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's just
Are you
amazing,
kidding me?
Sam. Thank you. You just keep doing it.
So
Whatever
awesome
you want to
hear
do.
this
I
stuff.
can look. You want to see me juggle? I'll start juggling, Sam. I could say whatever I want to. The goose has laid an egg, Sam, and I don't know what to do with it. How do I scramble the gooses? See, this is why you don't leave me with free things. There we go.
All right, Greg, here's
Genius.
what I'm going to do.
So glad it was there.
I'm going to run a video, and I want you to tell me if you can hear it. Give me a thumbs up.
Tonight on a special presentation of the magical world of Disney.
The grand opening of the
I can.
MGM Studios theme park.
Join James Stewart, Smokey Robinson, Jane Fonda, John Forsythe, Stephanie Powers, Buster Poindexter, Kate Jackson, Dick Van Dyke, Ann Miller, Ashford and
There we
Simpson,
go.
Ann Summers, Kathy Lee Crosby, Tony Randall, Ruma
Let's see if we can figure out his
more superstars
audio.
and more famous cars. This is gonna be great.
That's
The
weird.
Disney
Yeah,
MGM
so
Studios theme park grand opening. A
what we were
world
gonna
premiere exclusive
wrap
next on
up
the
with.
magical
I don't
world
think
of
there was
Disney.
too much more to wrap up with, but we wanted to show you
I have
guys.
a bunch of things that I want to talk about, but instead I'm going to hit play while I try to figure out my video. This is video from May 29th. I'm sorry, April 29th, 1980.
I'd like to welcome you to a major studio sneak preview.
April
Tonight, the Disney
29th.
MGM
So just
Studios
a few
theme
days
park will
after
officially
we were-
open to the public. But as the final touches are being put on this wonderful new theme park, we're
Gotta
going
love
to
Mike
give you a
Eisner.
glimpse of what all the
Speaking of
excitement is
Mike
about.
Eisner, I got
We're
to
also
run
gonna
into
try and
Jeff
give you a
Vaughn
sense of what this
today
thing called Hollywood is
while I was down on Hollywood
When we
Studios.
think
So
movies,
that
we
was
think
really
of
cool. Is just walking
the
down
greatest
in front of
films
Tower
that
Terror.
Michael Jordan
Oh, now you lost it,
enlightened
Sam.
us, inspired us, and helped shape the world in which we live. Each of us has a favorite movie, one that has stuck in our minds and influenced our lives.
We're gonna start
Mine
seeing
is
Sam's
Tokyo.
computer while we do this. And then we lost the sound.
With me all my life.
Poor Sam.
Tonight we're going to talk to
He's
three
struggling.
remarkable people.
Poor guy's
about the
struggling
films that
tonight.
affected them. I think you'll be
And how is
fascinated
everybody
with what
out
they have to
there?
say. So sit back.
He
and
took
enjoy
control
this
of the,
preview of Hollywood we
this.
created in Florida.
And
It's not so much a theme
I
park as a state of mind.
I can hear you
Oh,
again. Can you hear Michael?
And will always be.
yes.
All right. I can hear you now, but I can't
Welcome
hear
to the
Michael
grand
last
opening
time.
of the newest, most fantastic attraction at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, we
The
can hear-
all-new
we
Disney
can- I
MGM
think-
Studios theme park, starring in alphabetical
Are
order.
you back?
Harry Anderson.
I can hear you. I can't
Harry
hear the
Anderson
video,
from Night Court.
but you can hear the
George
video,
Burns.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
George Burns.
Burns.
Joy Monica
How cool
and
is that?
Leanna Creel. Walter Cronkite.
Walter Cronkite.
Jane Fonda. John Forsythe.
John
Estelle
Forsythe.
Getty.
Estelle Getty. Look how young
George
she is.
S. Irving.
This was a long time
Kate
ago.
Jackson.
I mean, 1989. That doesn't seem that
Rue
long ago. I
McClanahan.
mean, 35 years. Yeah.
Ann
It doesn't
Miller.
seem that long ago.
And
Most of the people
Miller.
Yves Montand.
Yves Montand.
Willie Nelson.
Willie
What is
Nelson.
Willie Nelson doing there?
Buster
Exactly. We're going to
Poindexter.
talk about that. Dexter.
What is-
The
Unless
Poindexter
Buster
sisters.
Poindexter is doing hot, 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 no one cares.
He's not doing hot, hot, hot. He is performing back
Randall.
on the streets of America. Tony
Oh.
Randall,
John Ritter.
hosted by John Ritter.
Smokey Robinson.
Smoke.
Mickey Rooney.
They
Yes.
dug him up.
Suzanne Summers.
Suzanne Summers.
James
This is
Stewart.
a cast of who's who, isn't it?
Dick
I mean,
Van
it is
and
Hollywood
special
Studios,
appearances
so
by
you're going to have to get
Ronald
Hollywood
Reagan.
Elite. Look, and
Ronald
there's
Reagan.
Ronnie.
Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher.
and Lech Walesa.
Yeah, Margaret Thatcher and Ronald
right.
Reagan on the same thing.
Okay, so what I did is I double speed this right here through the beginning because there were a couple
Yeah.
of things I wanted you to see, but I didn't necessarily want to watch the video and the music because it is
Oh my God, I
long.
just know all those signs are still there.
All those signs are still there. Check out where Smokey Robinson is.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? Now he's
Look
singing
how
super
fast
fast. of
he's
course.
moving, man. He's just like
It's a double speed, like I said. But check out these steps, dude. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Do you think he's tied into something? No,
I
he's
don't think
free.
so. This
Look
is
at that
20, 35
steps
years
going
ago.
up. I want to see that.
I want to slide down those steps that go up to the crossroads of America. That is cool.
Look at Smokey and his
Yeah.
background. Oh my God, that is so 89. I love it.
It is 80s all over it, even though it's almost the 90s.
Yeah.
Some cool shots there,
I love
vintage
that. I
cars
love
and
that the
Dodgers.
front is almost exactly the same.
except there were a lot of cars on the streets back there. if you
Yes.
noticed.
and Citizens of Hollywood, which, by the way,
yeah.
did not see today. How can they bring out Citizens of Hollywood for Moonlight Magic, but not for the 35th anniversary?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Love some of the characters here. You saw little Indiana Jones. There's a lot of shout outs here to the movies in the Great Movie Ride.
Which, that should have just been the name of the day today. Everybody saying that they want the Great Movie Ride back. Hey, happy 35th anniversary. Bring the Great Movie Ride back.
Oh, that's funny. The streets do look the same. I think the stores are all called the same thing. Here's our Western Shootout right in the middle of
oh, I love that.
Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, he just fell on Hollywood Boulevard.
That's right.
Yeah. Don't
Now,
mess
what's
with
coming
him.
up here in a second, I want to ride this, what Smokey Robinson does here in a minute. See, this is why I did double speed. Otherwise, we're still watching the beginning of this thing.
Yeah. No, double speed is perfect. I don't know. This is more enjoyable in double speed.
Yeah. What does the Roman chariot have to do with anything? Was that in the? Here we go, right here. See this? I want to ride this. How did they do this? In the middle of Hollywood Boulevard. It's like a UFO. What do you think?
That's interesting. Oh, it's a forklift. He's on a forklift. Because you can see how it jerks up and down. Cool. That is forklift.
It looks cool any way you look at it.
I want to ride a forklift now, too.
All right. Now we go to the host of the show, which is John Ritter. And it's kind of cool because everything that he's walking by, you walk by every day. You and I both. Every time we're in there. We'll get there in a second. Here we go.
That is the magic of movies. Hi, I'm John Ritter. And I've been sent down here by the Disney people as sort of a special emissary to see that everything's perfect and ready to go for the grand opening of these incredible studios. Can you believe this?
I can hear him again.
I just left Hollywood, California, and here I am in Hollywood,
like you for that one segment.
but in Florida.
Yes.
Now, would you look at that? The Chinese Theater. I just entered through the studio gates, and right over here is the old Hollywood Brown Derby restaurant.
There's buildings there now. There's projector areas for the nighttime shows.
That's right.
Disney MGM Studios theme
I mean,
park
Brown Derby's still there. Look, that's where Joe from Soul
statue is. Movie studios.
Is that crosswalk right there is gone? They closed that off and made it grass, right?
No, business
it's still there.
Movies
is that still there? Okay.
Oh no. You're right. That crosswalk right there is now gone. Yeah.
As they're being made.
Not sure why, but that's not.
To give you an idea of the size, let me put it into perspective. The studio tour and theme park area
plants
is
and bushes
135 acres.
Same trees, but
one of
35 years
movie
bigger.
lots in America, and that
35
acres
much bigger years.
I'm assuming they're the same
which
trees.
Is twice the size of Manhattan.
I would imagine the trees are the shrubbery, not so much.
Country. There's a lot to do
a bunch of knights from England came over and took them.
But I think we can get it
That's
done.
A good Monty
After all,
Python
we've got
joke.
2 full days.
Excuse me, Mr. Ritter.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to my post, and I overheard you say something about the opening. It's not 2 days. It's less than 2 hours.
Oh.
2 hours, 2 days.
You know what I watched the other day, Sam?
Because
you ever see the Muppets at Walt Disney World special?
Yes, sir.
I watched that the other day,
and
it reminds me of this.
I don't remember P.T. Barnum
It might be the same security guard.
We've got to
Which, by the way, you can find that at samsdisneydiary.com.
We have to move
Yeah.
on, TV. Come on, move it.
Harry Anderson's World of Special Effects, Kate Jackson, and a movie memory from Ronald Reagan when we return.
Well, Nancy, I remember.
We now return to the grand opening
Look
celebration.
at that image right there. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, you see, I have to make sure that everything's working, so don't panic. We're going to meet the deadline.
Yeah, it's amazing how much they've added
Let's see, we've got
over the
stuntmen,
time.
Showgirls, 7 piano-playing monkeys on risers. Are they here? We're not sure about that, but I'm sure they'll be here. 100 redheads, I personally supervise that. 600 dancers. 1 Willie Nelson in performance, good. Thousands of fireworks, check. At least 3 singing and dancing Pointer Sisters, all right. A host of marching bands, 1 inimitable George Burns, and streamers. Do we have this? We have the streamers. Tap
And look,
dancers,
one of those
and
Pointer
trained
Sisters is
flying
still
birds,
playing
good, and
Epcot
much,
every
much
year.
more. But
how about
before
that?
all that happens, I've got to make sure that everything's ready. So why don't you come along with me and check it out for yourself, okay? But first, just meet me back here in about a minute.
Was he in not too close for comfort?
What is
was
this?
Three's Company.
Nobody's
And he
working.
just magically
We've
got back to
deadline,
Catastrophe
and nobody's
Canyon.
working. Where is everybody?
Yeah.
Come
I
on,
remember
people,
that.
This is supposed to be called Catastrophe Canyon. I want to see some action. I want to hear some action. I want to feel some action. And now it's raining.
I always thought this was cool.
We're gonna
But the
be
problem
rained
is
out tonight.
I remember
What is
seeing this and went over to Universal and saw Twister.
It's like the same thing. Yes.
It was almost the exact same thing, and I love them both.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Good old Catastrophe Canyon, which we've experienced many times.
God, it's been so long since I've thought about this.
Yeah, it has been. Never stood there to watch it, though. Always in a tram.
Yeah.
A little overdone, but effective. Special effective.
The zoo of working animators. I love
You are
that.
right.
Look out below!
All right, Harry Anderson.
Is there a horn on this bee? Hey, follow that B-52, but be careful or you'll be
Hey,
sorry.
Amanda. Greetings.
What's this? 20,000 Leagues Under the Bee? Hi, I'm Harry Anderson, and this is my friend, the bee. He insisted on being here for the grand opening. I call him Bear. You see, they have this other bee that they call Square. I wasn't sure whether I should ride Be There or Be Square.
I get it.
This is a good demonstration of a beautiful special effect
Do
called
you
chroma key.
recall, or did you ever
Wherever
go
the
through this
camera
part
sees
of
blue,
the studio
a whole new
tour?
background
No,
is
to be quite
and when
honest,
it's all put together, the
I
final
don't
result
remember
is
doing
movie
that part
magic.
of the. Like, I remember going into the playgrounds,
Right?
but I
So
don't
the playground was
remember
back there. This
going
was part
into
of
that.
the. Do you remember? And I think it's next. The boats where you had they had the little tugboat and you'd go in it and they'd show some special effects. This was after
We're
that.
here in the special
Yeah,
effects
no, I don't
warehouse
remember that at all.
where they make and
Okay.
store
And this
all the
warehouse was
special
there too.
effects
Special
props.
effects warehouse.
Right.
The mad scientists who work in this place must be out for a late lunch.
You didn't get to walk in it, but you kind of
Wonder what
walked
this
through.
thing does.
Right.
Just kidding. What do we have here?
Harry Anderson fan.
Well,
like, he was
well.
playing Night Court.
This must be what they
Yeah,
call the
Night Court.
Ronald Ray gun.
The Ronald
over
Ray
here,
gun.
look
I
at
get
this
it.
beauty.
He's
A
full of them
perfect
today.
But he showed up in
of the
so many
Dipmobile.
specials
From the
and
film
stuff
Who
all through
Framed
the end
Roger
of the
Rabbit.
80s and 90s.
You know, this
Yes.
room is filled to the rafters with creatures and critters and creepy crawlers.
Wow.
Some made you laugh, some scared you to death. Wow!
Some of that stuff
Place
sits
is
over there by
going nuts.
Figment now.
Some. But this, it was a great warehouse of props back there, part of the backstage
Yeah.
tour.
You know, all of these props were made for specific motion
So
pictures.
Destination
And if you
D23,
weren't
they
afraid
showed
to
in
eat,
Imagineering's
you might have
workshop
seen
and
some
had
of
some of that stuff over there.
Well,
I'm sure it is.
that's one
Yeah.
kind of special effect. Here's another.
All right, this is what I was referring to, the tank that was outside.
Wow.
Well, this is they would show you a clip of a movie and then they'd show you how they did it.
Looks authentic, don't it?
So this is
Where those exciting naval battles,
Right.
like the ones you saw in War and Remembrance, were actually fought.
How do I
South
get in the water?
Pacific and the ships of the line, right here, in the studio backlot, the big tank of water. That back there is a naval fireboat.
Right. It was
know,
a working studio.
They've got
Yes,
this great
exactly.
gag
There you go. This
this
was one where the audience would
tugboat
stay up there
in
and
that
watch.
wheelhouse. But it's never
I
been
never
tried
did it,
before,
but
and
I've
I don't
watched
know
this
where we would
100
find
times.
a sucker stupid
Right.
enough to get in there the first time.
Harry? Harry? There's less than an hour to the grand opening party. Is everything here set?
Yeah, yeah. Well, there is one thing that hasn't been checked out yet.
What's that?
The wheelhouse.
The wheelhouse isn't ready. Somebody should check it out.
Well,
Come
yeah,
on.
you know, John, you're right, but I don't know where we would find somebody at this hour.
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
Great. Here, put this on.
Put this on?
Yeah.
Why do you
This
want
is
me to put
exactly
this
what
on?
they would
Then you
have a
look like the
member of
little
the
guy in the
audience
boat.
do.
Why would
Right.
I
Put
want to
on
look
the
like the little
coats,
guy in the
put
boat?
on the
Because he's
top,
cute.
and then get into the
Yeah,
wheelhouse.
and so are you. This looks very good on you.
And they'd use
Oh,
the
good.
miniature
It
to
does. I mean,
show
it's kind of a
things moving
old-fashioned
around, and then
statement,
they
but it
cut to
works.
somebody
Well,
in
I
the
like to look like
wheelhouse.
the little guy in the boat, but
When they
listen,
dump the
I
water
got to be
on.
finished in less than an hour because the party. Where's my watch?
I'll hold on to this till we're done, okay? Come on, this is going to be fun.
Is this going to be fun?
Yeah, and I know fun, John, and this is
Wow.
going to be fun. You go on in there.
I should go in
They
here?
would. They would
Get
put
in there,
an
hold on to
audience
the
member in
wheel.
there. Sometimes a
Harry,
There
fan.
was no
Have
rides at
It's
this
very
point.
moist in here.
Huh?
It's very moist.
It was
Are you having
just
fun yet?
well,
shows.
it's
It was just shows. That's
Harry,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the only
It's
ride was
not
the great
too
movie
steady
ride.
in here.
No,
And the
it's
backlot
fine,
tour.
John, really, it's fine.
Well,
Right.
I don't feel so fine. I feel a lot of queasosity starting to come up.
All right. Now, by intercutting the model in the tank with a close-up of John in the wheelhouse, we give the special effect of John in a storm at sea, including a giant wave. A giant what? Wave!
Giant wave, John. Giant wave.
What a sap.
Then they dump the water from the top and turn on the fans.
Yeah.
There you go. And the family inside would get soaked with water.
It's a good gag. Good gag.
Wow! That was great!
I'm wondering if anybody out there has done this before. Put it in
Harry,
the comments if
I
you
got-
remember. Whoa.
I got a little moist in there. I think it needs some adjustment.
No, that's the way it's supposed to work. It was swell. But I'm soaked. Yeah, ain't you? Yeah. Well, wardrobe could dry you off. Right. Wardrobe! No, John, you need this, don't you? Oh, yeah, thanks, pal. It's still ticking. Wardrobe! Makeup! Nurse!
Ah, there you go.
Since most of
All right,
us
so
all
on to
rated
the
the
Indiana
Lost
Jones
Ark, you
Epic
know
Stunt
that was
Spectacular still
Harrison
performing
Ford
today.
battling that truck, not me.
I love.
You don't
Did you
know?
see the new
Let's put it this way.
Disney
You're
Parks
right, it wasn't
YouTube
me, but
with
you're wrong.
our pal
It wasn't
Ravon,
Harrison
and they talk
Ford
about
either.
this? I think we
It was
talked
his
about it
double,
last week.
a
But it's like
stuntman.
they have two of the guys who have been there since it opened, who
Come
have done a
on,
lot of the
Angel.
props and design of it, and it's
Yeah.
it's just really
Although
cool to see
Harrison
behind the
Ford
scenes of Indiana
does a
Jones.
lot
It
of
is.
his own stunts in his pictures. Usually when an actor has to do something really hazardous in the course of making a movie, these folks, the stuntmen, take over.
It's the same show, just different costumes.
It's the same show. It's slightly different.
You learn how to fall and not hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You learn how to stop on a dime and not
But yeah,
move.
you've seen this many
You learn
times.
how to wield a mean sword like those folks do. They've been rehearsing for some time for their part in this wonderful presentation of Daring Do.
Oh, yeah. They still had the symbols on everything from World War II then.
Right?
Yeah. There is.
And boy, is the training
Kate Jackson
tough.
and Charlie,
Tell
by
you,
the way. It's
ultimately,
Charlie, right?
a
From Charlie's
breathtaking
Angels.
combination of athletic prowess,
I forget his
split-second
name.
timing,
Somebody will
and
remind me.
rigorous rehearsal.
John, Kate, you gotta get a move
John,
on. This park is
that's his
opening
name.
in less than 2 hours, so please, anything you can do, help me. Please, people, we've all got to work together. My fault. Sorry, that was... Oh, gosh. Yeah!
I love how those are set off by you have to set them off yourself with your own
We're
feet.
fine. Just a...
It's cool, though. Based on that, you know where they are in the...
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard of working in the sticks. This is ridiculous.
That's your look at the Indies stunt show.
Yeah.
All right, off to the Chinese theater.
Hi, I'm Dick
With
Van Dyke.
Dick Van
You know,
Dyke.
one of the perks you get after
Dapper
being in
young
this
man.
business for a little while is when the script calls for an attractive young star, I am given not one, not two, but three lovely ladies. They're the stars of Parent Trap 3. These are the Creole triplets.
Parent Trap 3. I do
I'm going
not
to show the
recall
girls some of my
Parent
Trap
favorite
3?
things around the park. But
I
first,
remember the
let's find out
remake.
which is
I
which
didn't know
here.
there was part 3.
My name is Joy.
Part 3.
Mine's
They were
Leanna.
promoting
My
it in
name's Monica.
1989.
Right.
So there you go.
I'm Dick Van Dyke. You can call me Mr. Van Dyke.
Wow.
This place looks exactly like the Chinese theater in Hollywood, even down to the footprints in the cement. I'd love to put my footprints in cement.
You know, there's two ways to accomplish that. You can become a famous film star, or you can rat on Big Louie.
Let's see if her feet fit.
Part 3 was Hawaii. That's great. I didn't know there was 3 parts. I just
Peter
thought it was
Herman and I
like
have the same
Parent
size
Trap
shoe.
and then
You're
the
lucky.
remake.
Mine match King Kong's.
Does anyone ever get stuck in this
It's like,
stuff?
how many times can you remake Freaky Friday?
Right.
Okay, girls, let's go. I want to show you around the park.
How about this, Greg? You had no idea this morning we were going to be watching this today. And boom, here we are.
This place
I'm
is
good,
called
man.
the
Like,
Yeah.
This place is so cool. Look, Joy, this is the Tomb Patrol wagon from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
The Tomb Patrol wagon. How cool
Yeah.
would it have been to have seen that thing?
Hey, you guys.
This
come
was
look
part of
through
the
this.
prop warehouse back that this became. Oh
Hey, look,
man,
here's another one.
Remember the restrooms with the splash statue in the back of Hollywood Studios?
Yes.
This was right next to that.
Come here. This is my favorite box.
right.
You got to hear this. Okay,
Before it became
I tried to
the
spot removal
Goosebumps
once, didn't take the
exhibit,
stain
and
out,
then
but my
something
dog
else, and then
disappeared.
something else.
You know, once there were two farmers. Now there's more. Now there's more.
Ah.
That doesn't.
One of the triplets was in Saved by the Bell. Thank you. That's cool.
Everybody's got to be a critic.
It looks like one would be. I don't know which one. So these are all things you could do back there, dude.
I want to do a photo pass with Jessica Rabbit.
That would be cool.
Our next stop, the Monster Sound Show. Here's Liana dubbing her own voice for the Cheshire
Monster
Cat
Sound Show
from Alice in Wonderland.
This is now where the Potato Land display is. Those little booths, which are still behind the wall there, dude. If you look, they're behind there.
But what I like best is horsing around, supplying all the hoofbeats for the legend of Sleepy Hollow. Joy and her sisters enjoy sharing the fun with some of sound effect wizard Jimmy McDonald's very bizarre contraptions.
Yeah, I got to admit,
The
I
Great
like the
Movie
legend
Ride is
there.
one of the highlights of the
There
Disney
you go.
MGM Studios theme park. Visitors find themselves right in the middle of the action in such great films as Raiders of the Lost Ark, Alien,
Still a Disney princess.
and The Wizard of Oz.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
I love that the Wizard of Oz used to be
That
there.
movie ride was really great. I'm ready to go again.
You know, that's the special thing about the movies. You can always go back again and relive all those wonderful memories.
When you think about it, movies have a lot to do with the way we live. And what about the way we talk? The way we dress?
Andrew hated every
Where we
episode
walk.
she was on. Nice.
Wait, the way we walk? Don't you think that's getting just a little...
Yeah,
away?
you lost me on Saved by the Bell. Like,
Hey, why don't I treat you all to a soda at the Brown Derby?
Okay.
Shall we?
I'm glad they know exactly what was going on and who was there.
Superstar television is a unique.
All right,
and
Superstar
oft-times
Television.
hilarious
This
attraction.
is where
Not only does it offer
the
a
Frozen
delightful capsule
Frozen
I was
sing
going
along
to say
TV.
that's the Frozen.
But in this theater,
This
many
is
of your
where-
favorite
yes.
shows, from Gilligan's Island to Cheers, feature a very special guest star, you. Here's how it works. First, members of the audience are chosen to perform in the show.
Yes, you. Come on up here. Let's give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen.
What's great is that's
Those
the
guys.
outside queue
Our
section
fledgling
now.
actors
Yes,
are
it
then
is.
hurried backstage for
You can see
costumes
people
and
there.
makeup.
Yeah.
Do you have
So
any
they grab
experience
somebody
with
from the audience and then
I
go.
watch
They become the show.
Great, then you're in the
Right.
show. Come with me. Right
Come
this
on,
way.
Grandma.
Never
You
got to
made
do
the
this. I would
show.
love to have done this. Never got to. I mean,
Oh my
you
God,
know,
Grandma
General
must have been
Hospital.
happy to be on General Hospital.
Right.
The engineering geniuses placed the newly chosen, now costumed theme park guests into the existing footage of famous TV shows.
Hello?
This is Lucy Coe Jones.
I told you before, Donald isn't here.
Where is he? I have been trying to get him.
I'll bet you have. Look, Lucy, you stay away from my husband. Goodbye.
Good for Grandma acting.
That's cool.
Bobby's television debut proved to be a dream come
This
true.
would be cool.
He got to work with Howard Cosell.
Well, tell me, what would you prefer? An appearance on The Tonight Show or a guest spot with Howard Cosell?
I'm a jock. I'll take Cassell.
Great.
I'm a jock.
Howard Cosell Sports Break.
I knew you would not let that go.
The Big Shea, Shea Stadium.
The Big
the
Shea.
championship resting on the back of this
I am
place.
Howard Cosell.
The
Man.
pitch, the swing, and it's out of here. A grand slam home run. The Mets
That kid
win.
doesn't have the strength to hit a
Baseball
grand slam.
fans will
Go
remember
back to
this
acting
one
school.
for a long, long time. And we have the individual voted most valuable player of this game. Now, how were you able to read
This
that
would be cool.
curve
Come on,
so
how cool would that be?
accurately?
Gee, Howard, I really don't know. I just close my eyes and swing.
Modesty, honesty, too, and the science of hitting. Thank you, my friend, for being with us.
Thanks, Howard. My pleasure.
And that's this edition of
Little
Sports
Timmy
Break.
there.
I hope
Now,
put
would
all
you
his
have done
money
that, or
into
would you
the,
done on the Johnny Carson
Howard
show?
Cosell saying,
What?
so long for now.
You could be on the Johnny Carson show.
I would have been on
If
that.
you ever wanted to make Johnny
That
Carson
kid
All right, well, here you go.
went bankrupt
we can
during
try
the.
this sometime, Greg. We can
And then
easily
maybe
cut
after
you
you
in.
did it,
Yeah.
said maybe I shouldn't have done it. Was there one?
The worst movie I ever made was a musical. I was supposed to play an accordion. As you know, Johnny, I'm no magician. They won't even let me sing in the shower. But they made me do it anyway, and it sounded so bad, people just got up and walked out on me.
We could let you
These
do that,
people were on
Greg.
an
We're going to
airplane.
recreate this.
Wow. Good evening, Cheyenne. Thanks for joining us. We're just
Yeah,
reliving
we're
Hollywood
going a little late
Studios
tonight,
from
just
35
because,
years ago.
How about this I Love Lucy? They
I
put you
could do
there.
the I
You
Love
present your
Lucy bit.
grandchildren. You once
Look,
worked
that
with
would be
Lucille
you right
Ball.
there, the second person.
I'm okay.
And they cut you in with the footage. That's so cool.
Did you get to eat the balls?
I have no idea. That was Superstar Television, an original opening day attraction.
Guest stars. Wait.
Yeah, that
All right.
attraction has changed many times.
Wardrobe.
This is Wardrobe, Suzanne
In real
Summers.
life, you go to the mall. When you're making a movie, the mall comes to you. This is just another part of the magic. Oh, when I was a kid, I thought the movie musical numbers were the most exciting things I had ever seen.
I agree, Susan
I wanted
Summers.
singing lessons. I wanted dancing lessons.
I'm going to jump
And
in
when I
just a
grew
little
up, I knew
bit
that that was
with
exactly
Suzanne Summers here.
We can, I mean,
Back
unless
up.
she's doing those
Choreographer's
Thigh
mind and
Master
feet
or whatever it
into the
was
reverse
called,
second
I don't
nature
need
of
to
the
hear from
performance.
Susan Summers.
Yes. So she does, by the way, I am taking an hour and a half program. It was
And
actually a
finally,
2-hour
a legion
special on
of behind
TV,
the camera
cut down to an
professionals
hour and
joined the
37
team.
minutes. You can get the whole
Directors,
thing at Sam's
cameramen,
Disney Diary.
grips,
This is
makeup
the best
artists,
parts,
hairdressers, and
so
many,
I cut
many more.
Suzanne's
All must
performance
unite in
out
one
because
final
it's Rhythm of the
ultimate
Night
team
and we'll
effort,
get
and
flagged.
suddenly,
So
it
I
all
just cut
comes
it out.
Right. We don't need to get flagged for
Right,
playing
so we'll
Rhythm
jump
of the
right
Night.
to the
until
streets
we
of
swing open the
America.
gates
So this
on
one's
this,
for Holly.
the
You love
newest
the streets of
attraction at
America.
Walt
Here you
Disney
go.
World.
Well,
Wow.
this
I
is
thought
the,
I'd check out my
yeah.
favorite place to be at a movie
So
studio.
what did they say? They
It's a
said they
fascinating
filmed
area that we
Stitch.
call the back lot.
They did the
This is
animation
where
for
there's
Stitch
even more
there.
movie magic.
They did.
What
For
other
example,
movies
this.
were filmed?
They did Blood
This could
Brother
be an
Bear
ordinary
there.
house
They
on
did,
an ordinary
they
street
talk about it
anywhere
actually
in the
in the
USA.
next segment here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was bringing Andrew's thing up and I accidentally paused things.
Oh.
But it turns into
And
something
his question was
special
I
when the
Love Lucy
stars
at
come
Universal?
out.
It was at
Stars
Universal.
like Estelle Getty and Rue
Remember,
McClanahan
those
from
were
The
all
Golden Girls.
MGM properties that were part of the original agreement.
Yeah,
Look, they're at the Golden Girls house. Two of them are there.
they really are. Hey, it's Herbie.
Herbie was part of the Backlot tour.
Was Goofy?
Goofy's cutting grass, man.
Yeah.
How about a bath, Herbie? Sit still, Herbie.
I think he doesn't look like he's ever washed a car.
And why shouldn't Mickey and Goofy
Like,
live here? The
My man's
registry-
still in his tuxedo. He's not
Yeah.
washing a car. He's like, Goofy, wash this car for me. I got boss stuff to do.
These are houses for all seasons.
Wow.
Summer turns to winter just by removing the flowers on the front lawn and adding a heavy snowfall. Well, adding snow flurries, anyways. But the most interesting thing about all these houses is that they're just shells. You see, you walk through the front door and there's nothing. Excuse me. I'm very sorry.
Wow.
Up here is more of the back
New York
lot.
Street.
Yep.
All those great gangster movies of the 30s left us the pawn shops and the diners of New York's Lower East Side. And
It might be,
the
Andrew.
brownstone stoops of Manhattan's West Side. Right
Looks
over there.
like the Boy Meets World house.
King
Oh,
Kong
yeah.
has left
Corey
us the Empire State Building.
Corey and the gang.
And 42nd Street left us the Chrysler Building right next door.
Yeah.
Crocodile Dundee gifted us with the front entrance of that splendid hotel.
What was great
You
is
never know what
on
you're
a
gonna
really
see
blue day,
around the next
you would take
corner.
a picture and see the outline perfectly, and you were like,
All right,
ooh.
I'll get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dancers are on their opening marks.
All right, this guy runs to get Poindexter.
Hey, Buster, we're
Oh,
ready for you on
no.
the set now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm skipping his
that was
performance.
That's great.
We'll go right past it, but it is a
right
full
up the top of the
performance.
stairs.
I prefer him in the New York Dolls,
But
not as
it is
Buster
cool to
Poindexter.
watch him
Stand
on
by,
the streets
everybody.
of America back
Yeah.
there in New York Street, kind of doing things.
Thank you, Walter. And that's
Now
the
look-
way it is.
look where he
April
is.
30th, 1989, and you are there.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think
Is
so.
everyone at a station? Are we ready for the grand opening? Kate, John,
All set, John.
On with the show.
All set, John.
Drew, Estelle.
The welcome mat's laid out.
But they couldn't get the
Wipe
rest of
your
them?
feet.
Apparently, Betty White was busy, but
All systems
this
go,
acting is
John.
pretty bad, by the way. For all professional
Dick
actors,
and
it's
the
pretty
Creel
bad.
sisters.
Who?
We
All of
have
them.
liftoff, John.
Oh,
Not Dick. He's
brutal. Brutal.
Tony Randall.
awesome. Look at this one.
My area and I are prepared beyond belief.
What?
Okay, I guess we're as ready as we'll ever be. Let's get this show on the road. Magic person, it's all yours.
Magic person.
Riding in the first car
Oh,
of the
this
Parade
is
of
our
Stars are Bette Midler
Parade
and
of
Michael
Stars.
Eisner.
Yeah.
Michael Eisner hanging with Bette Midler.
Lauren Bacall seems happy to be here with her children, Leslie and Steve Bogart and Sam Robards.
Okay.
Dude, imagine
Kevin
having
Costner
media
is
for
here
that
with
at the
his family,
time.
too.
I know, right?
Where was I on these media events?
The radiant Cicely Tyson is accompanied by Jack Valenti. Oscar winner Sissy Spacek is riding
like
with
that
her
car.
husband and young daughter. Leonard Nimoy and
Somebody
his wife.
shared a picture
Fuck
of.
was there, dude.
Somebody shared a picture of. You know, WCW
Mr.
wrestling
and Mrs. Rick Moranis.
used to
Okay.
be in the.
I don't, but all right.
The lovely, charming
They were
Betty
in
White.
the back lot, and then they would set up a stage for Monday nights at the entrance to Hollywood Studios.
The
Oh,
very
wow.
elegant Audrey Hepburn.
Wow. Did you see that Betty White was in the parade
Harry
here as
Anderson
opposed to being
riding
with the
with
other
his
Golden
wife.
Girls back on the back lot?
A
She got
car
the-
There was
being a
tension
car.
between the Golden Girls, man. They can't appear off.
In the middle there, the
Yeah.
youngest star of the Cosby Show. And how better to end the Parade of Stars
Oh, look
than
at
the
Minnie.
Mouse Mickey
Yeah.
and Minnie in a lovely new dress.
Wow, that's a headdress on her.
That was.
On behalf
All right,
of
Michael.
the Walt Disney Company, I hereby declare the Disney MGM Studios theme park open. Let the magic begin.
Now back to the
All right.
grand
I
opening
skipped the Pointer
celebration.
Sisters there. Was
That's
so
John
fine.
Ritter
exciting.
speaking to you from the Earful
Now, all
Tower
right.
here at Walt Disney World, where the opening ceremonies continue for the brand new Disney MGM Studios theme park.
We're
But
getting towards the
before
end,
we
by the
continue,
way.
there's something I've always wanted to
Remember,
do.
I guessed an hour and
Indulge
20
me,
minutes.
please.
We're going to be right about there.
Fly, dive. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We believe you, John.
Wanted to
You're
do
on
that.
top
I
of the
need to get
tower.
that out of
Thanks,
my,
John.
system.
Mr.
But we're going
Ritter,
to
if that
momentarily
is your
leave
real
the
name.
celebration to go over to our concert stage for a performance by one of our younger entertainers. Please welcome George Burns.
Okay. I did not include a lot of this, but George Burns was 93 at the time. And
Yeah.
He was happy to be
While
there.
the
Let's put it that
pageantry
way.
continues at this fantastic celebration.
He
Let's
just
go over
came
to
out
the
of like
Indiana
by that
Jones
point.
Epic
Oh
Stunt
God, book 2
Spectacular,
or something
where
like that.
thousands of opening night
Greg,
well-wishers
there's
are
no
enjoying
way
a
this
concert
is Indy
performance
Jones.
by an American legend, Mr. Willie Nelson.
This is not Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, which is what he said. There's no way that's Indiana Jones. Sorry. And then I cut away from that.
I don't blame you for cutting away from that.
No,
That was Billy Bob's down in Texas. I know that look.
October 1st, 1971. the
I'm not
opening of
even
Walt Disney
kidding.
World.
There's a place down in
October
called Billy
1st,
Bob.
1982, the opening of Epcot Center. April 15th,
Yeah.
1983, Tokyo Disneyland.
No picture of Tokyo
And
Disneyland.
tonight-
They didn't have it.
April 30th, 1989, the Disney MGM Studios theme park.
All right, Mickey, what do you got? I let this one run because I thought it was cool. This is the last song.
Yeah. I do love seeing the characters in some of these. Like,
That's an old school Donald, man.
that is an old school Donald. I was just saying the other day, it's like, you don't see that is look at his head. That's weird, Donald. That's like midget Donald. Like, he's small. Wow. I love the production back then.
Yes, this is This
Wow.
is the Buzz
great.
Berkeley Streetlight Parade when you go into the Great Movie Ride. That's what
Yeah.
this is.
See, now this was an opening.
No
It
Neck
is No
Donald.
Neck Donald. Have you ever been down here at Disney for one of these big filmings? Besides Christmas?
Like the Christmas parade?
No. I mean like a big production like this.
No. Not like this, no.
We were over at
I mean,
Epcot when they
didn't do
filmed
this
the
for Animal Kingdom.
harmonious thing with the gospel choirs and all the other stuff and all the stages. And
Yeah. This is huge. There are people everywhere.
that's all the way down. Yeah.
That's all the way down Sunset Boulevard. Not Sunset, that's Hollywood Boulevard. My fault.
I will get them wrong for the rest of my life.
Go ahead and try your luck. You can be Donald Duck. Notice the songs,
Yes.
all MGM related songs
Yeah.
and properties, right?
Yep.
Roger Rabbit. Look at that. Do you see all the pianos on top up there? Holy cow. There's got to be 5 baby grands up there.
Look at Roger. That's a character I need to see one day.
Roger Rabbit. That's going to be a tough one, dude.
And not No Neck Donald. That's just freaky.
They could bring
Wow.
those back.
Dude, I want to find that costume somewhere. I want to find No Neck Donald.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, he got dressed up, No Neck Donald. And Daisy
He did.
as well. There's all those pianos up there, man. You see them, 5.
Yup.
The brass band has to be there somewhere.
Yeah, they're all empty shells. They're not playing. Oh, remember when you used to be able to release balloons?
Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
You'll kill a no-neck bird somewhere. Dude, fame. Wow. Not Gloria Gaynor. What was fame?
Yeah.
Debbie Allen?
This is...
I think it was Debbie Allen's
Look
school.
at all
of
those
fame.
balloons. Oh,
Yeah.
Alice. Tigger.
Oh, what is that? What is that bear?
That's one of the bears, man. That's one of your guys.
Dude, that's not Shaker. It's like, oh, that's evil, man.
Who was it?
I don't even
He went into
know.
poo.
It was just-
There go the balloons. Mickey and
Minnie
Minnie.
looks awesome. Roger looks awesome.
Oh,
Look at Chip
them
and
go.
Dale.
They look
Yeah.
dapper.
A little stiff looking.
Fireworks.
Yeah,
Right on cue.
of course.
Look, are they projecting onto the thing?
I bet you they're being laid off where Toy Story is now.
It looks like they could be, yeah.
That's a good number at the end.
That's why I kept that one
Giraffe
in.
Country Bear. I like that. That's what I'm calling him, Giraffe Country
Giraffe
Bear. from
Country
now
Bear.
on. It was weird. That was a weird
It was
bear.
weird.
Well, we've done it. We've officially opened
All right,
the
now a couple of
Disney
interesting
MGM
things here at the
Studios
very
theme
end.
Park. And even though we're saying goodbye, the business of making shows continues down there in the studios and on the drafting desks of the animators. You see, because of you, show business never ever stops. The magic of movies and television continues. So it's not goodbye, just until next time.
Good night.
See you soon.
So long.
Be good.
Au revoir.
Good evening.
Pleasant dreams, everybody.
See you at the movies.
Good night, everybody.
All right, we just spent all that time talking about Disney's MGM Studios, and after the break, they come back with an Epcot commercial.
This is Epcot Center.
We certainly do. Wow.
But look at it. It's cool.
Epcot Center at Walt Disney World in Florida.
Don't forget, we got another
Amid our
part.
celebration, we
by the
pause
way.
to remember a star among stars. Lucille Ball taught the world that to be in love with Lucy was to be in love with life itself.
Oh,
We'll
no.
miss her.
She passed away April 26th of
Oh, no.
1989. 3
That'll
days
put a
before
damper on
this
things.
aired, which I thought, wow, that's wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I
She
said
didn't get to
I'd
go
be
to
an
the
hour and 20
opening.
minutes tonight. It was, and that was cut way back. I
Right.
tell you what, that was one of the specials I have. That's the one that Disney aired. Some of the others are interviewing Imagineers and backstage of building things, behind the scenes of the Great Movie Ride, behind the scenes of stuff. We'll get to that later. But I wanted to share that because 35 years ago, dude, crazy.
Happy anniversary, Hollywood Studios. We will be around for hopefully another 35. Like, can we make it to this 70th anniversary? I think we can. I'm going to go for it. You can always get Sam at samsdisneydiary.com or on YouTube. Hopefully you're watching on Sam's Disney Diary on YouTube. And you can also get him Sam's Disney Daily on Instagram.
That's right.
And then you can get me on fantasylandnews.com, Fantasyland News everywhere. Check out my YouTube page also. And then thanks everybody for watching on Facebook, on YouTube. For the new YouTube people who watched on my channel, thank you guys so much. And
Yes,
then other
absolutely.
than that,
Thank you,
lots
man.
more news, so much stuff going on. On that note, Sam, I'm saying end of line.
Kongaloosh, and may the 4th be with you.